Hey ducks. Excuse me, Simon here. How's everybody doing? Pop open the chat on here. Hope everybody's doing well. It's been lovely reading the comments as always and listening in on the conversations whilst just preparing my cuppa. So first one in was the lovely Marilyn. It's lovely to see you. Thank you for being here. And then closely followed by Golden. Nice to see you. We've got Holly and Alessandra. Loose Karma, hello. We've got Moran, hi Moran. And we have Nordic Taronika, nice to see you. We've got Lily Rose, hello Lily Rose, nice to see you as well. Just watching Andy Peters Food Fest on QVC. Do you know, that's one channel I don't think I've ever watched is QVC. Probably just as well with my kind of tendencies to purchase. Naomi's here. Hello, Naomi. Lovely to see you. And we've got Hazel Tree. Nice to see you. Kate's here, and Sarah and Elspeth. Nice to see you all. We've got Becca. Hello, Becca. How are you? Dawn. Not long till Glastonbury. I know. We're in the month now. In fact, we're there on a Saturday when it would be Cuppa, so I may even do a joint Cuppa. Where else are we? Crystal Rose, nice to see you. Saskia, hi Saskia. And SJ, hello SJ. Simple Seeker, nice to see you. I've not seen you before. Welcome. Maharet is here, hello. And MA, hi MA. Petra, nice to see you. Jennifer, Patrice, hello. Vanetta and I are in Western Carolina in the devastation left by Hurricane Helene. I hope you're okay. Just popping in while we are somewhere with internet. I hope you're okay. I didn't even know there was a Western Carolina. I knew of North Carolina and South Carolina. But you're in the devastation left by it. Just let us know you're okay. And sending love to you and Vanetta. Sharona, Tarot by Sharona. Nice to see you. And have I missed anybody? I'm still scrolling down. Robin's here. Hello, Robin. Nice to see you. Nothing So Strange. Hello. Trisha is here as well. And Crystal Gypsy Soul. Hello. Tarot Trouble. Forever Whereafter. Charlie. I think I've caught up. Yeah, so welcome to everybody, new and old. Old doesn't sound, but new people and returners. It's lovely to see you both. Have we all got a cuppa? I've got my chai, pumpkin spice chai latte. Really been enjoying this. It's very comforting. Really, really nice. It's one of their best ones. I noticed because when you buy at Bird and Blend, they take your email for your receipts and things. And so then you get all the promotion stuff. And there's one coming out at Christmas called Snowball. I can't wait to try that one, see what that's like. Proper snowball. Well, not be a proper snowball, but if it's got that proper snowball taste. Simon, Western North Carolina. No water, no electric, day 9, terrible devastation, broken-hearted but safe. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so relieved that you're both safe, but how awful for you. Don't know. Bigelow cinnamon stick tea for me. Bigelow. I've heard of Bigelow. Somebody mentioned right at the beginning, I think it was Marilyn, who said she'd got a Rise mushroom coffee, and I had to look it up because it's been mentioned a few times. So I looked it up, but it's not available in the UK. You can buy it online, but it says not available at the moment. But I don't know what it'll be like. But yeah, I'd probably have to try it. Hello, Butterfly. Nice to see you. Crystal, Rose, everybody else that's coming in who I might have missed. Earl Grey tea. Earl Grey, can't beat a nice Earl Grey. Let's have a look what people are saying that they're having. Halloween is on a Thursday this year. Yes, well, that's the day we go to Glastonbury on Samhain on the 31st. Diet Coke for Simple Seeker. Sounds nice. Gevalia coffee this time. Mild and smooth. That sounds nice. Glass of Shiraz for me today. Oh, Moran, I'm envious. Eating jam roly-poly and custard. I tell that's at school. Funny, in America, we think of Bigelow as British tea. Well, I thought it was a British tea. That's why I was like, oh, I've heard of that. But it might be a British tea. Sparkling water, hot water, some custard and Earl Grey. Hopefully not together. In Florida, getting ready for Milton to hit us next week. It's terrible. Amazing coffee, Simon. What, the mushroom one? The Rise mushroom. No, we're not wearing Halloween costumes, Robert. No, Robin. Why did I just call you Robert? Oh dear. Nancy's been affected. I saw a video of the flood outside Nancy's property. That looked pretty scary. I think that was last weekend. Yeah, so no, what we usually do is we usually do a Samhain ritual when we get to the cottage and we get settled. So, but there's no point in dressing up just for each other. Although Giselle and Keith are there this year, and we're meeting up with them a few times, and that'll be nice. I've not met up with Giselle since the first ever time I went to Glastonbury in 2018. So, yeah. So what's been happening then? Has everybody had a good week? I've got some notes. So, yeah, my week has been. I mean, it doesn't seem 5 minutes since I sat here last week and we went through the book Boys Are Witches 2. Feels like 5 minutes ago, but it's been busy. It's been busy with work. Sunday I went to Whitby, so I did put a vlog up. Did I do it Sunday night when I got back? It was amazing. I've only ever been once, which was possibly about 18 to 20 years ago. I went with my parents. Week's gone by so fast. It really has. And we went on a coach trip, which I'll never do again because it was on a August bank holiday, and it took forever to get there. And we was because of the driver's hours, what's called taco, they have to be back by certain times, and was allowed an hour and a half there, and you can't see Whitby in an hour and a half. So I've always wanted to go back. I had the opportunity to go with some friends, and it was beautiful. I think it's possibly one of my favorite coastal towns, if not the favorite coastal town that I visited so far in the UK. But wow, a lot of driving. So it took 3.5 hours to get there and 4.5 hours to get back. But It was worth it. It was really nice. And I have bought some gifts that I've done nothing with. Because normally what I do, if I do a vlog, I'll do a bit at the end where I show what I've got, and that's part of the vlog. But because it took so long to get back, and I knew I was going to be busy at work, so I wanted to upload the vlog. So getting here, setting everything up and filming that, I just didn't get around to doing it. And the week has just been the week it's been. So they're still here in bags at the side of me. So in a little while, we can have a look at what I picked up. One of these weeks for me, Black Friday is approaching, so it gets busier. Wow, for us in retail, yeah, Black Friday, people go absolutely bananas, don't they? When Black Friday comes around. I would never do the physical shops on Black Friday because, yeah, it's like trying to get through an assault course, but sometimes you get some good deals online. It's the same cottage, Trisha. You should definitely dress up and do a live ritual. Yeah, I don't do fancy dress. Really, really don't like it. So what else has been happening? So last night I went to see The Joker 2, Folie à Deux. I probably pronounced that wrong. Moran might be able to pronounce it better. If he was on, he'd be able to tell us the correct pronunciation. And it's a film that's really divided opinions. I was reading some, because it was released in the UK yesterday. I know it's probably been released in a while in the States. But people either love it or hate it. And I fall into the latter. I really, sorry. I should have started again. I fall into the I love it camp. I just thought it was great. I love the first film, which is 5 years ago. Can't believe it. I have it on Blu-ray, DVD, and I just think it's brilliant. I love backstories anyway. And no spoilers, but the way that it's ended, I was really kind of upset and a little bit miffed by, because it can't, for me now, fit into the timeline that I know of the Batman films. But I know that, and I'm not into superheroes, but I do love the whole Batman world. I was obsessed with it as a kid. I used to have a Batman and Robin t-shirt and everything. But I know there's different universes, isn't there? Like DC world and all that. So Harley Quinn, yeah. So Lady Gaga was in it as Harley Quinn, but her character, unless she's going to have her own film, never developed in the film that I saw last night. She was Harley Quinn, but apart from one appearance at the courtroom where she was she put the makeup on and wore the outfit, she wasn't really referred to as Harley Quinn. So her character hasn't developed. So I'd imagine possibly at some point in the future there will be a film about her. So Bigelow Earl Grey tea coming up. Is that what you're having now? Don't you still have your Rocky Horror outfit? What character does Lady Gaga? Yeah, Harley Quinn. But like I say, there's a lot of way for it to go, because it's only it's not her film really. She was part of it, but it was still very much Joaquin Phoenix's film. And I never realized he won an Oscar for playing or was it a Grammy for playing Joker in the first film. But yeah, I loved it. In terms of it being a musical this time, it wasn't a musical like I thought it might be. There was one kind of dream sequence. Well, there's a couple of dream sequences, but there was one particular dream sequence where um, it was a big number where he does a tap dance and everything, and that was fantastic. Who knew that he could sing and dance like that as well? But yeah, that was really good. But the rest was kind of just where they do like just kind of romantically sing to each other because they meet in this um, penitentiary where they're part of a choir. So I have Rocky Horror sandals. Rocky Horror sandals. I've never seen that. Simon, I love the Cardless Tarot book. It's something different. Lily Rose, it's brilliant, isn't it? If you haven't seen the video yet, this is the Cardless Tarot, and oh my god, the artwork in this book is just absolutely gorgeous. Let me show you the devil. Look at that. It's not coming out proper colours with it just being on my laptop. The Hermit is gorgeous as well. The detail in it is exceptional. If you watch the video I put up this morning, it's very sharp and you can see all the details in it, and it's important to see the details in it because that's part of the system that the book operates. And when I first read it, I thought, oh, that sounds really confusing, but it's not. It's so easy to follow the 3 stages. Mine's coming tomorrow. Did you order it? It is. Oh, hello from Japan. Nice to see you. Means Lemming. I love your channel. Thank you. It's lovely to have you here. The Cardless Tarot is currently sitting in my oneness basket, and I'm trying to have stern words with myself. The very reasonable price is not helping. It is a very reasonable price, and it's great quality as well. It's a beautiful quality book. I love how easy it's set out. Just gorgeous. But yeah, the 3, for those who are probably thinking what they're going on about, there's 3 steps. One is you choose a question, and there's 9 questions. That question will link you to an archetype and their domain in which they live. Once you go to that archetype and their domain, the first thing you spot in the image, one of the symbols, you then follow that symbol and you get a 3 card reading, which is really good. And I did mine earlier and I couldn't believe it because I chose a random question, and it took me to the Hermit's cave, because that's his domain. The Hermit is in a cave. And then I chose the symbol, which was the lantern, and the 3 questions that came from that was perfect for the sort of week that I've had. So I sent the book because the Hermit was Hermit's Cave. Hello, Cheryl, by the way. Nice to see you. Is that why you sent it? Well, I'm so pleased that you sent it because it's wonderful. I watched the video too, Simon. It's a very intriguing idea. Yeah, it's a really, really cool book. It reminds me, there was a book a few years ago. It's an oracle book called Titania's Oracle with a Q. And that was a similar thing where you choose a question, you choose an image, and it takes you to certain, a bit like those books that you got years ago where you made a decision and it sent you to a different part of the book. So it would have a different outcome, a different story, and that sort of thing. It's kind of cool on that level as well. Yeah, so that's cool. So going back to the Joker, highly recommend it. It's a film that's slow going, but sometimes I like that if the story grips me. It's helped that I saw it in the cinema, because I think sometimes I can get distracted by things. So that helped. What else? I finished watching Monster. So I think I spoke about that last week. That's the Ryan Peters second series. So the first series, Monster, is doing a third one, is announced. Was about Jeffrey Dahmer. And then he's done Monsters, which is about the Menendez brothers who killed their parents. And I mean, there's all sorts happening now. You know, they're looking at going into the case and everything in real life. But I finished watching that, so that's something I finished watching this week. Again, I recommend watching it. There is one episode, I can't remember if it's episode 3, where it's 35 minutes continuous take of an interview with Eric Menendez, the actor playing Eric Menendez. And the subject matter is really difficult to sit through. But the acting in this one episode, which is different to all the other episodes, where it's just camera on him. You can see the back of the head of the lawyer who's interviewing him, and he does a continuous 35-minute take sharing his story. And it was really powerful. I was like, oh my gosh, you know, as I said, very difficult subject matter to watch. But did you hear about the rug at the minute? The rug? I'm not sure what that is. Did you hear about the rug ATM? Is that at the minute or at the moment? The series Wednesday is so good. I started to watch that, but I never finished it, Laurie. I don't know why. I just it didn't grip me in the same way. But I might go back to it. I'll have to look at Monsters. Yeah, it's on Disney. And I just thought it was. I'd love anything by Ryan Peters anyway. 911 has started again. I'm going to let them build up a bit because I like to binge watch that. I am on the final series of Desperate Housewives. I know 20 years on, and I'm on season 8. I'm up to about episode 10, I think, 9 or 10. I'm not liking the way it's going. I know it's ending soon, but I'm like, that needs to be sorted out, and I'm sure it will be. Oh yeah, this episode was intense. It really was, wasn't it? But was superbly acted. Hello, Navneet. Haven't seen you for ages. How are you? Oh, this is about the rug. I don't use TikTok, but there was a rug found when someone was wanting to put a fence. 2 covered a dog sat down. I have no idea what this is in reference to, Victoria. I'm so sorry. I don't use TikTok, but there was a rug found when someone was wanting to put a fence. 2 cadaver dogs sat down. Okay, you'll have to forgive me or pop another message just saying what it's in relation to, and then that might help. I will have to watch those on Disney. Thanks for mentioning true crime, psychology, interesting. Yeah. Cheryl says to Trisha, it will be another couple of weeks or another couple of months. It all depends on when Bobby is ready to walk. Yeah, these things you can't really put a time on, can you? Is quite happy where he is at the moment, playing Earth, Wind and Fire songs full blast. Bless him. I came live many times, but you miss my messages. Oh dear, I'm sorry. It's so hard sometimes to keep up, especially if I'm showing something, to try and keep on top of the comments. I'm sure I'm missing some now as well, but if I do put them in many times, and I'll try and or capitals or tag me. That helps as well. Okay, so a couple of things then that I wanted to show. Firstly, I just wanted to say thank you to our Sandra because I've not been feeling great this week. I'm not going to go into it or anything. People who know me and been on my channel a while know that these things happen from time to time. But yeah, not been in a feeling the best. And she often picks up on that. And she sent me a lovely gift that arrived today, and I just wanted to show it because I think it's beautiful. Look at this. How gorgeous is this tree? And you could put candles in the top, or you could even put dupe cones in, but I think I'll put some candles in. And then if this goes on my sacred space, I can change the color of the candles. So like for Samhain, I can put black and orange, red and green, or even gold and silver at Christmas for Yule. But the detail in this, even around the back, look, is just absolutely stunning. You see all of the little stones and pebbles at the foot where the roots are, just so gorgeous. So thank you, Sandra. And I know you sent it to try and cheer me up, and it did. So yeah, really, really nice. So thank you for that. It's Cave. What did you think of the new size Llewellyn boxes? Is that for this one? But this one is what I'm going to be looking at tomorrow. I've done the book today. Oh, this one, the Steampunk Fairy. Yeah, is this what they're going to be? How they're going to be manufacturing their decks now? Because that is a lot better. I know it means we get smaller books. But yeah, that's Llewellyn. So if that's their size, it's more compact. This one's Blue Angel, isn't it? Which is the Steampunk Zoologica. But yeah, nice compact. And Simon, that's cute. Looking forward to seeing your changing altar. They're always changing. The Lily Rose, always changing. Not so much the main one, although it's got some nice autumnal decorations on it at the moment, but it tends to have the same or similar setup throughout the year. And then I've got my table, which has the god and goddess on it and my branches and things. So yeah. Lovely Sandra, that's so lovely. It really is. Has a kind face. Yeah. That size is way better. Yeah, I hope it's how they're going to keep it. This is what they are looking at doing. This deck is the trial. The books are chunky. Yeah, I'd imagine there would be because they have to condense it down, aren't they? I mean, in terms of storage, it's a lot better, but I do like their big glossy books. But I'll take a look tomorrow and see what I think. Sandra, that tree reminds me of the apple trees in the Wizard of Oz. Yeah, that start throwing the apples. But it's got a kind face, Robin. Smaller box means smaller book. Yeah. Simon, I've now finally got myself an altar. You have been my inspiration. Oh, that's wonderful. Have you showed it, Kate? I'd love to see it. I love looking at people's altars. Especially this time of year. I do like them during the spring and summer months, but when we go into the darker part of the year, I really love seeing altars at this time, especially autumn feels. It is lovely. Don't know what an ENT from Lord of the Rings. I've never watched it. Well, I tried to watch the first one, fell asleep. The 2 dates you're looking at entry, yeah, so they'll be up over the next couple of days. I'll do the Steampunk Fairy Tarot tomorrow. So Schiffer's sent a couple as well, which should be arriving in the next week or so. So yeah, it's all good. Something else I wanted to mention as well. So, I'm going to talk about AI, but not AI in terms of deck creation, just for a minute. But something has really, well, I don't know why I'm shocked, because I've not delved into the world of AI because I've got very strong feelings about art and AI, as everybody knows. But the other AI, in terms of information gathering and generating, I've never really needed to use it. But I work in education, as you know, and AI tools are becoming more and more popular. So I need to be up on them. And somebody said to me, have you looked yourself up on AI? That's like, I didn't even know that was a thing, you know? Um, I know you can do it on Google and it will take you to like LinkedIn pages and all that kind of stuff. So I did one about work and it brings up who I am, my job title, how long I've worked there, what I do, what my history was, how many years I've worked in special educational needs. And I was like, gosh, this knows such a lot. But then I'm thinking, well, it could have took that from there, but it's in an instant. You put it in, tell me about, this person, and instantly all this information comes. I'm like, that's mind blowing. So then I thought, well, I wonder what it knows about this Simon, the Hermit's Cave. Do you want to know what it says? I'm like, I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. And that's why I thought we'd have a little bit of a discussion because, yeah. So, what AI says about my channel, scary stuff. Wait for this because I'm like, where could it have got all the information from? Because I do have a little bit of a bio on my channel. However, it talks about my style and all that sort of stuff. So, it says Simon from the Hermit's Cave lives in Nottingham, UK. He is a YouTuber and tarot reader known for his in-depth tarot card readings, unboxings, and discussions on spirituality and divination. His channel features personal experiences, reviews of tarot and oracle decks, and live streamed sessions, all delivered with a calm, reflective approach that resonates with his audience. Where would they've got that from? In addition to tarot content, Simon occasionally shares travel vlogs where he visits where he visits spiritually or personally significant places. Clunky word in there, but this is what it's generated, such as tarot events, like the tarot meetups, or mystical locations. Yeah, that's what my travel vlogs are about. But I don't describe them as that. He also conducts interviews with prominent figures in the tarot and spiritual communities, including deck creators, authors, and fellow practitioners, offering his viewers deeper insights into these fields. Mind blown. And I was like, okay, so on my channel, I say that I live in Nottingham. But it knows about in-depth unboxings and, working with divination. A few people have commented over the years that I've got like a calm approach, got a calm manner. But how does it pull all that into, apart from that, those two clunky words, but into a really well written piece of information that's covered like the last 7.5 years of my channel? Even mentions travel vlogs and mystical locations. Yeah, I've been to places like the Druids Temple and Glastonbury, and it's just picked up everything. Including me interviews with deck creators, yes, authors, yeah. I've interviewed Susan Wands and fellow practitioners, yeah, new members of the community. It's just, I was like, oh my God, Big Brother really is watching us. But yeah, YouTube comments golden, but it would have had to scan through. I mean, I'd love to try and find a way to see how many comments I've ever received, because and it's done it in a nanosecond. So if I go to my YouTube and I go to home, and it will say about this channel, it's got some information there. A pagan living in the city centre of Nottingham. But the channel has had 3,850,301 views. So obviously it wouldn't have had that many comments, but there's going to be thousands of comments over all the years. And it's churned out this information that is so accurate. And, maybe I'm a bit of a Luddite, but Luddite, that's another thing. I found out that the Luddites started in Nottingham. But anyway, yeah, maybe I'm a bit of a Luddite, but I find it quite, this is the thing, right? In one way, quite exciting, but in another way, quite scary. But I don't want to be a Luddite, because I can remember, like, at school, when calculators became really popular, we weren't allowed to have them. Now it's just part of, you get to school, you have a calculator, and they're like, oh, people will never be able to add up for themselves if they use a calculator. My parents had one that you had a little stylus, and you move these things down to calculate. I can remember my first calculator and not being able to take it to school because they weren't allowed. So yeah, I'm not opposed to it. I'm opposed to theft in any form. I also worry about, people suddenly now being able to write essays and things to get qualifications. I don't know if there's something that can. There is a software to look at plagiarism, which could work, I suppose, if it's given out same information to lots of people, and then the plagiarism tool will kick in. But I worry about things like that. But I worry about our information. But then there's nothing there that I haven't discussed or talked about. There's nothing private. It hasn't said, what my phone number is or my address. I don't think it would do that. But yeah, I just don't know how I feel about it. Thoughts? What's your thoughts? Let me open the chat again. And I'll scroll back and see if I've missed any comments. Far back do I need to go? Oh, well, that size is way better. I saw that. I saw that Kate's got an altar. Facebook, I never joined you guys. How to find all. Ents are sort of shepherds of trees, and they appear tree-like. Oh, cool. Enjoy a happy hour, Laurie. Probably already gone, but Wow, I don't think I want to look myself up on AI. Hello, Calla. Hello, Simon's Ducks. Hello. That's scary stuff, right? The things AI knows scares me. Um, did you see Bennabelle Wen posted the AI summary that roasted her? No. I've obviously got off lightly then. If they're going to roast Bennabelle Wen, then dear me. No, I didn't see that. Yeah, I'm definitely not a fan. Yeah, and Holly, I'm not a fan. Like as you all know, I think you do need, and that's just the way it's always been. When I've studied for qualifications, and if I'm writing, they said reports, then that's what I do now. If I'm writing essays, you always have to cite your source. And then that's what AI is not doing. It's just taking information. And I noticed when I went onto Facebook, I think about a week ago now, it said something about as from a certain date, Facebook or Meta will be linking with AI and it'll be using your information. I was like, well, at least they're warning me and giving me the option to stay or whatever. YouTube comments, yeah, I saw that in time because it's pulling from video descriptions and comments. But isn't it mind-blowing that it goes through thousands? Because, yeah, people have left me lovely comments saying, you're very calming when you do walkthroughs and things, and I find them very, very relaxing. So it will probably be down to voice wavelength analysis again. My God, that's a bit scary. I need to do me now. Jonathan, it's like when I read it and the work one, I got the work one because it talks about my employment history. And I thought, well, I've probably sent a CV online, but it was right up to date. It said 20 years of working within special educational needs and all that sort of thing. And I was like, yeah, that's good. And if ever I could use that now for a bio if I needed one, if I was giving a talk at a conference or something. But this one, I was like, where's I got this from? Bloody hell, AI is too much. Big Brother, yeah, Tammy Pie. Big Brother is watching us. And I was talking about a colleague with a colleague this yesterday, and we was talking about, or he'd had a conversation with someone about a League of Gentlemen, and in the office they were saying, "Oh, I've not heard of that," and he was like, "You not heard of League of Gentlemen?" Went onto his phone. What's the first thing that comes up? League of Gentlemen. So our devices, like Alexa over there, they're listening. They're listening to us, and Siri is listening. Hey Siri, are you listening to me?
I respect your privacy and only listen when you're talking to me. You can learn about Apple's approach to privacy at apple.com.
There you go. Do we believe him? He might have a lovely, rich Irish accent there, but he's fooling no one. Brilliant and frightening. I think that's the best way out to sum it up, actually, Golden. Brilliant and frightening. And that's what I was saying. In some ways, it's exciting, but in other ways, you think about where it could go. And I'm not a fan of regulation generally, but I think there needs to be some control measures. Hello, Kay. Lovely to see you. Just now joining in. My soul cards arrived in today's mail. I love hand-drawn artwork on cards. Yeah, it's done through touch drawing. And did you say, Kay, you was going to do your own tarot deck? from Soul Cards. That is such a fun activity to do. I loved it. Wow, very in depth. Maybe I won't go live with my channel. Don't let it put you off, Marilyn. Let's call it techno magic. Put it this way, there is an AI app which works on people claiming crystals. Claiming crystals. Don't be rude to Alexa. AI is always listening. That is mind-blowing and feels invasive too. Yeah. Moran says, to be honest, it's using a lot of what we call SEO words. It's just generic words that would be used by similar channels, all combined into one, making you think it's about you. Yeah, I guess that's like those things you get online, you know, personality tests, or which character of Friends are you and all that, and it tells you things about you, and you think, oh, that's so accurate. But they've just changed a few words around, because if you regenerate it again for somebody else, you can see the same sort of pattern. There is so much that can be done in the teaching of APA. From Alexa, Simon. From Alexa. Oh, you think that's where the information might be coming from? Could be. Yeah, I think we'll find out at some point in the future just how much we've been listened to. They have to turn it in for plagiarism. Yeah, but so one of the trainers that I work closely with, put it that way, there isn't the technology yet, or there wasn't a few months ago, to detect AI. There is plagiarism technology, which, you know, if you put in, you feed your essay through this, it will say these, it will highlight certain chunks of text and say, this is where the original source for this has come from. And if it's not been cited and you've done it as your own, then your essay is, you know, you could basically get chucked off the course or whatever. But AI, you can keep tweaking. You can get something and then tweak it and tweak it and tweak it. And I just don't know how you can tell if it's that person's or not. I'm surprised if it doesn't talk about what drinks you like. We talk about that a lot. I could ask it. Let's just see. What does God. Okay, so within a nanosecond, Simon from the Hermit's Cave often drinks herbal tea during his tarot readings and discussions on his live content within his YouTube channel. He frequently mentions enjoying different types of herbal teas while creating a calming atmosphere for his sessions. Wow. Burn and blend. It didn't mention the brand, at least. Right. Anyway, Simon, what's your favorite decks of 2024 and what's your least favorite disappointment decks of 2024? Well, I am going to do my annual video, Adam. I do it at the end of November, beginning of December, my top 10 decks of the year. And as I've said all the way through the year, this is going to be the hardest year because there's been some fantastic decks that I've been a bit disappointed with. Don't know, is there any that I've given away or not gelled with? I mean, there's that Sonic the Hedgehog, but that was more of an Oracle one. That was a bit disappointing. There was one, wasn't there, that was vector art, and I didn't like that very much. I forgot what it's called now. Who's lying? No, they don't. Alexa listens when you are not talking to it because she suddenly says things without prompting. It's true. Siri lies. Oh, yeah. Simon, do you have the Book of Answers by Carol Bolt? I love the idea of it. Ask a question. Is that the big black one with the white font on it? I do. It's in the hallway. That is a good book. But I want to do some more with this because I was eerily kind of surprised how accurate those 3 cards were for me today. I'm just going to look for. Oh, I'm at the bottom, so it's okay. I was going to say I'm just going to look for. I thought I was way further back than that. I was going to look for capitals, or it's getting harder and harder to draw lines where too much is too much. It's taking humanity out of daily life. Yeah, there's no privacy anymore. I guess it can only take what is out there, and everything, I suppose, is out there. It's took it, like we've said, from comments and all things like that. So I guess it's like anything in life, isn't it? If we don't want people to know something, then we don't tell people. And it's the same online. If there's something we want to keep to ourselves, then we don't post it. I guess we can get lulled into a false sense of kind of privacy and security because we might think we're just chatting between friends, but anything that goes out into the world, even if it's private messages, can be used at some point. Star Maiden, I think that was it. Not necessarily. You can upload samples of your writing and ask AI to write in the same voice, tone, and style. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. My Alexa is listening now. Can see its colours going vibrant at different parts of the conversation. Mine isn't. Mine's sitting. I even said Alexa out loud earlier, but oh, got a little on the screen. Got a little bar at the bottom. Then, are you thinking of the Adventure Tarot? Yes, that was it. The Adventure Tarot. I knew you'd know, Cheryl, because I think you had the same sort of opinion, didn't you? Yes, it was that Adventure Tarot where they went off in camper vans and things, and yeah, there was something about it that let it down for me. Wow. Kay says, I recently sent out a picture to an artist to craft an item for me. It showed up on Facebook in Meta as an option for me to save to my photo album. A lot of people post too much online. It's why I'm careful what I post. It's the best way to be. I've fallen prey to it in the past, putting too much out there. And even like now, you know, I could very easily sit here and talk about aspects of my week, because, you know, I feel that when I do the lives like this, that, you know, we're amongst friends and we're talking, but anybody in the world could watch this. Anyone. There's 104 people here live, but there aren't 104 people chatting. So there are people that are just listening as well, which is absolutely fine. That's, you know, that's how I started, was just listening in to lives and not joining in. There's nothing wrong with that. But that's just now in this current moment. This video will be up probably forever, as are all the other Cuppa catch up in cards over the last 7 years. and you just don't know who watches what, you know. So I do have to be careful that even though I feel like we're in a bit of a safe space, this isn't a closed group. You know, this is YouTube only lets you go live publicly and anybody can watch. So the thing with Instagram, I think when you go live on Instagram, you see people coming into the room. They've never done that here. It would be lovely to see people say such and such as enter the room, but I read somewhere, let's see what Tammy Pie is saying. I read somewhere that if you read all the small print in the agreements with Facebook, Instagram, etc., it tells you they can just use your stuff. They can, you know, anything that you put out online can be used. It can. We've relinquished our rights to information. Vicky says, Simon, I sent you a very important message on the other video today. When you open the box with the book, please look for it. When you open the box with the book, the one that I did this morning on this one, you've sent me a message. I will look for it. I see every comment, you know, I'll either heart them or comment. So I will look for it. Yeah. Okay. So we're nearly at the hour point already. Let's have a look at the things that I picked up in Whitby. Didn't buy a lot of stuff. Didn't you know, no decks or anything like that. There are a couple of shops that could be classed new agey. But if you want Whitby Jet jewelry, I think we walked past 15, 20 different Whitby Jet jewelers. And I did want a piece of Whitby Jet. And I was really disappointed because every shop we went in, it's only available in jewelry. And I was like, I just want a piece. Anyway, there was a lady that was willing to sell me a piece. It's so light because it's petrified wood. But so I've got 2 bags. This has just got. Let's start with the black bag. Firstly, I picked up a postcard because I've got 3 boxes on the bookshelf called Photos, Memories, and Keepsakes. So every time I go somewhere, I pick up a postcard, and this is Whitby Harbour, and that's the church. There is an abbey behind the church, but depending on where you stand, the church covers the abbey, if you know what I mean. And then you've got your 199 steps, which is over here, which leads you down into the old town. So on the vlog that I do, we come in from the car park at the back of the abbey, and then we walk through the abbey, through the cemetery up here, down the 199 steps and into the old town. And then we walked all the way around the harbour and stuff. But this was 60p, and it's really nice quality. So lovely picture of the abbey. Whitby is where Dracula arrives in the ship, yes, and where Bram Stoker stayed. We went past the hotel. When we went up to see the whale bones, if you watch the vlog, you'll see the whale bones. You can start, people take a picture at the whale bones because it frames the abbey as well across the harbour. There's a hotel, the Grand Hotel up there, and that's where Bram Stoker stayed. And he used to come out and he wrote about looking across the harbour to the abbey and all the rooftops because it's 2 high points looking across. These are, so there's a little tradition. When you go to Whitby, and it's just a marketing scam, isn't it? But you're supposed to get or pick up a Whitby Lucky Duck, which, I mean, ducks. I'm gonna get one, aren't I? And then they give you a little piece of paper. I've got 3. Oh, because I bought one. I'll have to take these in because I bought 3 of one type because I gave 2 as gifts to my friends. But they're made out of Whitby glass, and the little glass ducks. I didn't realise she'd put them in the bag, and I just took out the box and gave it to you. So they've been around since 1958, as you can see here. Whitby glass, working our magic since 1958. It's got the Lucky Duck story. And they come in these little match boxes. I got one that was Harlequin. They're ever so dainty. They're not expensive, but I think the most expensive was the one with a little bit of jet on. So this is a glass one, and it's got these colours in it because all it is a dab of paint with 3 colours at the bottom, but it reflects through the glass. So that's a cool little glass Whitby duck. And then the second one that I got, because I didn't think I was going to get any Whitby jet, we'd gone into loads of shops and there was like, no, we're going to sell it as part of jewellery. I got one with a little chip of Whitby jet stuck to it. Adorable. So look at this one. So this one is in purple, which is my favourite colour. Hopefully you can see the purple tone, but it has a piece of Whitby jet attached to it. I'll show it from this side as well, so you can see. So I thought that one was pretty cute. And they're all different shapes. They're a little bit misshapen, but that's the charm of them. I never saw the ducks when I went years ago. I need to go back. Loved it there. Yeah, I think if I go back in the future, I'm going to stay over because it was too much in one day. It was an amazing day. But I'd like to perhaps have 1 or 2 nights there and really get to explore it and over a lot more time, really. Give myself more time. Because I don't think we saw half of it really. So that's the Whitby ducks. What else have we got? The piece of Whitby. The piece of Whitby jet. So, so this is Robinson's Whitby jet. Not a huge piece because it's really expensive. It is particular to that area. She just popped it in. So this was £28, and this is Whitby jet. It's so light, but it's a rough piece. Very black and shiny. And they go out. They have people go out in the mornings and collect up Whitby jet, and they bring it back, sell it to the jewelers, and the jewelers craft it into jewelry. The friends who I went with actually had a piece of they had a piece of jewelry with Whitby jet in, so they put a little bit of information in here as well. So I'll tell you. What is jet? Jet is a special kind of fossilized wood from the branches and trunks of trees that were washed down an ancient river system flowing into a warm, shallow sea. When they reached the sea, the trees and branches became waterlogged and sank and were quickly covered with silt and falling debris from the rich aquatic life above. 180 million years later, these tree remains are still there, compressed and fossilized by hundreds of feet of overlying rock. Where does jet come from? In geological terms, jet is found in the upper lias rocks from the lower Jurassic era. The best jet comes from a band of hard shale about 3 meters thick, known as jet rock. This layer can be seen rising and falling in the cliff face of Bowlby Cliffs in the north to Robin Hood's Bay in the south. What's the difference between coal and jet? Coal was formed, it tells you that was 300 million years ago. This is 180 million years ago. And then where can you find it? So yeah, it's peculiar to Whitby and Robin Hood's Bay, which is just a few miles outside. How could I be sure of the quality of jet? So there's quite a lot of information that they give you, but with the price sticker off, it's quite a nice piece. So it's going to sit on my desk here. And I love anything like that, fossilized wood and stuff. I've got a piece of bogwood that was sent to me a few years ago as well. That's out on my space. So that's the Whitby jet. Let me make sure I'm not missing any comments. It's a beautiful place for artists to paint. What's Whitby jet? So we know now, fossilized wood or petrified. I miss traveling. I'm going to keep it as it is for now, Saskia. Yeah. Okay. So what else have we got? Oh my gosh. Forgot about this. So this is an accident. So every time we go somewhere, there always seems to be like an old-fashioned sweet shop. And what I normally do is I buy a bag of something for the car journey home. And we were loaded down with bags and we walked back up the 199 steps back to the top. And we just put everything in the boot and we were halfway home, well, probably about an hour into the journey, actually, all exhausted. Now we've got hours ahead of us. And I said, oh, the sweets, they're in the boot. And obviously we're on motorways and things. You can't just pull over. They're still here. I'll take them into work on Monday. So this is chocolate flavoured crumbly fudge. And the shop, John Bull, was established in 1911. So over 100 years old. And it's from chocolate covered fudge. So that wasn't anything to show. That was for us to have on the way back. Oh, this guy. I had to get this guy. They stuck a receipt on it. This was just a silly purchase, really. I saw it and I thought, he's cute. I've got to find somewhere for him. Like I ain't got enough stuff to find homes for. It's okay. Let's see if I can just. You know. This is when I need my scissors. It's been stuck well. Okay. He's so cute. Look. Little Halloween type character. This little pumpkin. And he lights up. How cute is that? Look at his little feet. $8.99. Not a bad price. So yeah, so I got him, and his metal, which you didn't think it would be metal. Let me cut that tag off. I could do with a little waste bag to put things in, pop it in here. I've got the Whitby jet information, so I need to keep that safe. I can't get the tag off. How annoying. Just 1 second. Oh, 1 second. It's stuck. There we are. Done it. Oh, very cute. Yeah, it's cute. Broken, but cute. No, it's not. I've not broken it, which is unlike me. But yeah, there we are. Let's free his arms. He's got little wavy arms as well. So he's cute. Not quite sure where we can put him just yet. We can go there just for now. So that was that. That was just something I saw in a shop, and I thought, oh, that'd be nice if I do a little Halloween type display. I bought 2 mugs, very different, but so the first one is a really nice big mug by Nemesis Now. Get me a little cutter, a little knife. Adorable pumpkin. How do you get in it? Hey, everything's wrapped so well. Oh, I'm going to get covered in polystyrene. That's the one thing about polystyrene. It goes everywhere, doesn't it? Look at that. Let me get a bag. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Try and empty this into, because I'm already covered in the stuff. Hit the mug out. Polystyrene flying everywhere. Okay. Get the polystyrene bits off me. So, all this for a mug. But it's a huge mug. Look at this. Witch's aperitif. I really loved. I mean, it's huge. This is a large mug. The difference. But I thought this would be nice for the winter months. You know, to get a nice big hot drink, nice big steaming mug of tea. I'm covered in bits of polystyrene everywhere. I have to get the Hoover out after. But yeah, it's huge. But I like the design on it. I thought it was really nice. Fermented Bat Slug and Jiggers Apothecary, Wicked Brew Company, established 1691. So yeah, nice big mug, mammoth mug. It really is. About the size of my head. Not quite, but let's pop that there. And then I love handcrafted pottery. And I saw one of the first shops I went into, they had this mug, and I said, oh, it's beautiful. And my friend said, well, why don't you get it? And I said, oh, I don't want to be carrying a mug around all day. We've just got here. I said, well, come on the way back. And the guy in the shop was brilliant. He said, well, do you want me to save it for you? So I was going to pay him there. And then he went, no, it's fine. Pay me on the way back. He said, we'll just keep it for you. So we rushed to get back because I said, what time do you close? Now, thinking with it being a Sunday, he'd say 4, but he said 5 o'clock. And we got in there at 4:45. So we headed back home at 5. And he said, oh, I didn't think you was going to come. I said, oh, no, if we said we'll do that, we would. But I really love the colours, and every mug was different shaped slightly because they're all handmade. But I always end up breaking these type of mugs, so I always try and pick one up whenever I can. But I love it. I love the browns and the blues together. It was £18, but gorgeous. This is the inside. So this is about the right size for, I don't know, like a coffee or something like that. And every time like I say, I buy these stoneware handmade mugs, I break them. So lovely mug, Simon. Thank you. In another chat, that could be a different thing altogether. Oh my God, that's huge. But I do like the design too. Ovaltine or soup mug, yeah. Lovely for steaming hot chocolate. Simon, get yourself over to Barcelona. I'll show you around. There's lots of spiritual tarot shops here. Maybe next year. I do want to visit Spain. It is on my bucket list. So maybe next year. They've got a lot happening. Maybe next year I do the Glastonbury as usual. Wouldn't mind going to Whitby and maybe Spain. I have lots of Wyn Abbott hair jumping over the moon. I love Wyn Abbott. Wyn Abbott is a brilliant potter. I don't know whose this one's by. That's the stamp. I don't know if anybody is up on their pottery, but it's lovely anyway, whoever it is. Okay, and then the last two things is I bought a card of the day tea light holder, which I thought was quite cool. There was one that had 3 cards, which I would have preferred because I tend to do 3 cards. But what I thought was, well, you know, I could still do my 3 card a day, but have a card for the week because I used to do that and then I don't. But I want to start doing it. But the 3 card holder said past, present, future. And I thought, that's naff. Because I don't do 3 card past, present, and future. I know my past. But if it had just got a design or something, or even 3 candles, then that would have been better. But this was really nice. It's very heavy. It's got place for tea light and it says card of the day. And it's quite, you know, you'd get a big card in there. So let's look at something like Tower of Paul's Moon. It's quite a big size card. I've got the Strength card. So it sits nicely there, and then the tea light there to illuminate it. I don't want that to damage them. I need to sort out this desk tomorrow. That's Sunday's job after I've been to the barbers. So yeah, so card of the day. Can you hear that? It's like a buzzing sound. That was bizarre. So yeah, so I thought that was quite nice to have that. What deck is that card, Simon? It's Tower of Paul's Moon. And then lastly, for Halloween, I bought something in a box. I saw these and I've got something similar, but I just thought, oh, it's more polystyrene. God's sake. More polystyrene. Just when I got it all off me. Yes, it would be lovely with gilded cards. So probably something like this was the card that we pulled last week with the gold on it. Look, it'd be lovely, wouldn't it? Okay, so these guys. Is that a clue? Guess what's in the box? So these, oh, they're heavy, are 3 skeletons that are see no, hear no, speak no. Oh, they're really heavy. This has surprised me. They're really good quality. Wow. And they sit on the edge of your shelf. So that's see no evil. Got the little tags on, so I'll have to cut them off. You sit there. And sneeze, I think. Might be the bit of polystyrene. And then we have, oh, he's got his legs behind his ears. Speak no. But I thought they were really, really cute. Oh, it's dropped on the floor. Never mind, I'll sort it afterwards. And then I can't get to any decks. I don't know how I'm going to do a card pull. Might have to use one from behind. And then here now. These are really heavy. Look at the detail in them. They're really good quality. I don't think it was that expensive. I think it was something like £25 for the 3. So, yeah, good quality. Remember the order they go in? Let's see, I could put them the legs. And then speak. They'll do it for Halloween, won't they? See, hear, speak. Hear, see, think. Hear. Oh my gosh. It's going to be every variation, isn't it? See, hear, speak. So I've got see, hear, speak. That's the order I've done it in as well. So, yeah, so there were just a few little... Oh, that's the thing I've dropped on the floor. Just a few little bits and bobs that I picked up. I don't know when I'll get to go to Whitby again, so I just thought, oh, most of them are around kind of like Halloween type themes and mugs and stuff. So yeah, just have a quick check, see if there's any messages I miss, and then we'll pull a card. See if there's any tagged comments. Don't think so. Simon, get your... Oh, yeah, I read that. Yeah. I have an amazing wonky school mug that I'm enjoying my cuppa from. The glaze is ombre pale yellow and cornflower blue. Well, that sounds nice. My flat is small. Mine isn't the hugest of flats, really. I would put a crystal in the cup. Candles that close to paper make me nervous. Oh, really? There's quite a distance from it. Quite a distance. If let me grab a tea light. And then put a card in. It leans back, you see, and it's set inside. You know what I mean? So I think there's quite a space between the two. But anyway, we shall see. Crystal might be a nice idea. I love skeletons. Yeah. Put them near a fan and their legs would move randomly. Okay, so let's pull a card. Well, let's choose one from behind. Let's go Royal Fez Moroccan. Why not? Let's do something a bit different. I've not used this for the longest time. Love the colours, the simple colour palette of the Royal Fez. I would use a battery tea light for that one, just in case. I have got some battery tea lights, actually. Yeah, because I'd hate for anything to happen to that deck. Well, any deck, really. Tried looking for the Pulse Tarot. I don't know what the Pulse Tarot is. Okay, message for the week. Need something really positive this week. Let's try and align. Have something positive. Space either side for some crystals or tumblestones. Yeah. Well, I've put my Whitby jet on there, couldn't I? And perhaps the crystal that was sent by... Oh, this is the other... That's the bog stone, which is for... I think it's 40,000 years old or something like that. That's from... I can't remember now, some old fossilized wood. Oh, Paul's Moon, not Paul's Tarot. It's Paul's Tarot of Paul's Moon. Yeah, and as Naomi says, it's on the Serpent and Peacock website. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's pretty positive. We have the Ten of Cups. You have to really look at the details in this. It's exquisite. Absolutely love the line work in this deck. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh, our message for the week then. Oh, let's get the status quo back to where it needs to be. If we've been feeling recently that our world is out of kilter, then what this card signifies is that everything is cyclical. Okay, we know that. That's life. Everything is cyclical. And what the Ten of Cups tells us, particularly if we've been going through some emotional turmoil, is that we're coming to the end of a cycle. Okay, things are going to change again. The status quo is going to be restored, particularly if we've been feeling like we're in quite a dark space, a dark period. Then there is light again. The rainbow promises us that you know, we're going to have a world full of color. It's going to be light, it's going to be bright, and that sort of dark clouds that we may have had, you know, we're going through that transition stage, because when we see a rainbow, it's when, you know, the sun appears at the same time as rain, and it's usually the rain is diminishing and the sun is coming back out. So that cycle of change is coming this week, and in particular on an emotional level, if we've been feeling in a place where we haven't seen much color and much light, and that status quo that we've been used to, that's been a little bit unsettled of late, is coming back. You know, things are getting back to how it should be. I definitely need this. I think we all definitely need this card, don't we? I make the mistake every week of putting this, because I split the deck and take the card. I put it back in and put it back, and then I think I've got to do my type up what I've just said for the Hermit's Cave Facebook group. So I'm leaving it out, so I don't do that this week. All right. Well, thank you for being here, everyone. It's always lovely to hang out with you. You know, no matter what's happening, whatever we've got going on in our lives, if we just find the time to be with like-minded people, like-minded souls, I think it helps. It certainly helps me. So thank you for your support. Thank you for being here. Have a lovely rest of your weekend, whatever it is you're doing. But just remember to stay safe. And until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.